fact, he has not pitched in 9 days, and he's just 10 out of 13 in save opportunities. So he's been uneven, and the opposition hitting close to 300 against him.
And he's appeared in just 4 of the Giants' last 23 games. So how sharp is he going to be? I think that's the one thing you have to look at today as he comes into this ball game. And we know with Melanson that it's a cut fastball, which he really likes to throw. 93 miles an hour, followed up with the changeup and a curveball. But it's really the cut fastball that he tries to rely on mainly.
So Buddy's going to go with Walters, who has been swinging the bat exceptionally well. Something to keep in mind, righties. You think with the cutter that he would be struggling or do well against righties, Melanson. But Melanson has allowed righties to hit 371 this year. You
know what they say when cutters aren't good? That they're barrel finders, and that's what it does to a right-hander. It goes to his barrel.
Tony played yesterday, 2 for 4, 2 more RBIs. Rockies need base runners, down a pair in the bottom of the 9th. And ball 1.
How many? And the tough thing for a closer too, when he hasn't been used a lot, is how much work to get in, not knowing if you're going to get in the game that night. And so for Mark, he's probably had enough side session, but it's not the same adrenaline rush. Your control is not the same. That's why how many times you hear relievers, especially closers, say, well, I need to be in a game every 3 or 4 days, no matter what. Other guys will say, no, I can sit, but 9 days is a long time to sit.
You make a great point. It's not like you go, okay, I'm going to get working, because you may be really working later that ball game. That's a strike, 2-1. Melanson is more of a contact closer. I mean, he gets strikeouts, don't get me wrong, but he was one of the 3 closers that signed for large contracts in the offseason. Kenley Jansen naturally stayed with the Dodgers, where he's been brilliant again. Chapman back to the Yankees. And it's 3-1. Great choice by Buddy, and it's not a knock on Tommy Murphy. Tommy hasn't seen a lot of big league pitching, but Tony will force you to throw strikes.
A little smaller strike zone. Can hit with two strikes if it gets to that point.
And a ground ball sharply hit. Panic with the backhand, and that is 1 out. Good play by Joe Panic.
Yeah, real good play by Panic. Won a Gold Glove last year for San Francisco. Had to slide to make that play on his backhand. Tony hit it on the screws. Up for a moment, it might be up the middle, and the Panic calmly gets up afterwards and throws him out.
So Raimel Tapia, he's 10 for his last 18. Last 4 starts, he's produced multi-hit games in all 4 starts. Trying to get on for Blackmon, and that first pitch misses. Probably out of the strike zone. 1-1. Way out of the strike zone.
Yeah.
Didn't understand that approach right there.
No, and that's where you have to. Remember we were talking earlier about within an at bat what you have to do. I mean, he has to know that, hey, I got to get on base and I got to make him throw me a strike.
Tried to hit a 3-run home run with nobody on. So Raimel have to get into battle mode here. Rockies trying to extend their 4-game winning streak. They won 7 straight, then had the little 3-game slide. Now they have won 4 in a row, but they're down 5-3. 1 out in the 9th. Blackmon on deck.
He fouled that off and then went off his leg.
You know what? That was like a cricket player there.
On the side. Hard to do.
Fly ball, shallow center, it'll drop. And that will bring the tying run to the plate in Blackmon. So Tapia continues to swing a hot bat.
Been 0 for 4 as a pinch hitter, now 1 for 5. We saw a swing like this the other night where he dumps it into center field on a low pitch off the end of the bat. That's what you want. The crowd's still in it. As Spilly was mentioning, the guys down in the dugout, they were still. That's the thing about this club. You never feel. They played the 27 outs. You don't feel like you're ever out of a ball game.
Charlie is 0 for 5 against Melanson. 1 out, 1 on. 2-run deficit. Blackmon a rare 0 for 4.
Mark's been sitting here for 3.5 days, seeing all the hits and runs, and every time it feels like they're going to go out there, Rockies answer.
There's no way anybody in a Giant uniform, and particularly their manager Bruce Bochy, is comfortable.
Giants outfielders have moved back. They're in no doubles depth, so a lot of room in front of them.
Strike on Charlie. 0-1.
Time has given the signs to the catcher. What he wants to do is throw over, slide steps, etc.
Charlie did a good job waiting on that. Saw that. Slider, it's 0-2.
10-mile-an-hour difference between the two pitches. Like in the rally caps.
Something kids learn from Dad, I'm sure, early on.
Yes, they do.
Mayhew on deck. Arenado after DJ. Tapia can really run at first. That second run that the Giants produced was huge.
Because of the air, it was an unearned run. Matter, it's still a run.
1-2. That's high. 2-2. That's just the third error on Reynolds all year. The game started by Regis High School's Todd Block for the Giants. And now they're hoping Golden High School's Mark Melancon can close it out, and the Rockies are hoping the exact opposite.
Good job by Charlie fighting that pitch off.
Huey, because of the outfield depth and what you pointed out, so much room at Coors Field in front of the outfielders. I mean, Gorkys Hernandez is closer to Darren Holmes than he is Mark Melancon, or even, quite frankly, the second baseman Joe Panic. He's almost in the Rockies bullpen.
And that's why they play the no doubles up by 2, but the tying runs to the plate.
Charlie loops one to center. This one's going to drop also. Exactly what we were talking about. First and third. That should have been a routine fly ball. Span couldn't get there, and the Rockies have 2 on, and the winning run coming to the plate in LeMahieu.
Earlier in this game, 8th inning on down, it would have been an out. But with the no doubles depth and how deep they're playing, a lot of green out there. Tapia goes to third.
I think Charlie, just watching him out of the box, thought it was an out.
Right, because typically it is. Just notice how deep they are and how much room there is. And Span didn't want to try to dive for that, because if he dives, then the run scores and Charlie would go up to second, possibly third. So he didn't do it.
So DJ swinging the bat as well as anybody for the Rockies in this series. 1 for 3 and a walk today. We'll try to move the train along. And the Rockies, an uncharacteristic 0 for 7 today with runners in scoring position. They are by far the best in baseball. And a called strike. Question, it was right there in the Subaru strike zone. The crowd reacting to the jackknife movement of LeMahieu, but
DJ jackknife because he's thinking cutter away. I need to get something away from me where I can hit it the other way. I don't want to take a chance and trying to pull something and roll over into a double play.
He's got to get the ball in the air at the very least. 0-1 and now 0-2. So Melancon pounding, at least on the first 2 deliveries, pounding DJ in.
One was down, the first one. The second one was up.
2 Gold Glovers up the middle are set for 2, which does give a nice size opening in that 3.5 hole where DJ produces so many hits. Do you go here if you're Charlie?
I don't think so.
Nope. And a ground ball toward that hole on through, base hit. Blackmon's going to go first to third. Safe there. DJ comes through. 5-4. Tying run with 1 out, 90 feet away.
This is playing out just like we described it. First it was a no doubles. You get the blue pit. Then you say there's a big hole between first and second, that 3.5 hole. What does DJ do? Hits it right there.
With a 5-hopper. But again, because of the alignment, it sneaks through.
And Charlie hustling the whole way. Beats the throw into third base. This is bang bang third. 36 ribbies for DJ on an 0-2 pitch.
And you have the absolute right guy at the plate in Nolan Arenado.
And the Rockies 1 for 8 now with runners in scoring position. And Nolan's day started off great and has a chance to end great. It's a triple. A single and a double to left field for an RBI.
And again, now we talk defensive alignment for the third straight hitter. Because of that runner at third being the tying run, it sucks the outfielders in a little bit. Nolan's a power guy.
Gapper. Yeah, I know where you're going with that. DJ can run when he's underway. So, plus the infield too. They're playing a little bit more shallow up the middle. They're playing double play depth, so that ball can sneak by. Your range isn't as great.
And any kind of dirt ball, you have an aggressive, fast guy at third and Blackmon. Here we go. High fly ball, deep left field. Way back. Oh, Rockies winner. How do you like that? By the way, that's a cycle. He just went cargo. Walk-off cycle. How do you like these 2017 Rockies?
Love them. Love them.
He's bleeding a little bit, but he'll be all right. Last time he got cut, he did pretty well also.
I got goosebumps.
Remarkable.
What do we say going into this inning? This club never quits. I said his day started off great, it has a chance to end great.